What's up guys, today we're going over the best grenade builds in the game. This is my first video of looking at all of these stats and making one build for each character for each armor archetype set in the game. So this video is going to focus on Grenadier. So if you have a character with a full set of Grenadier armor, what is the build you should be running? And that's going to be the purpose of these videos. To first look at the stat quickly, then go into one great build for that primary stat and that archetype of armor. So let's just jump straight into the grenade stat. All the stats now have two functions, 0 to 100, then 100 to 200. So first looking at the 0 to 100, this is on a scale your grenade ability cooldown and your grenade energy return from all sources in the game. So we start off with 0 grenade stat. Our grenade takes 1 minute and 45 seconds and we have 0 bonus grenade energy from all sources. So something like Demo is not getting any help from this stat. And look at how many kills it takes to get our grenade back with a demo weapon. It's a lot. Right here, I kill 14 of these Scions, and I get like 70-75% of my grenade back, so it's not good, right? Well, we go ahead and swap over to 100 grenade. Our grenade now takes only 34 seconds, which is over 4x faster, quite a lot faster, just the base cooldown, and this was fixed. All the stats are working as they were intended. And more importantly, the grenade energy return is now 190% that of the base from all sources in the game. So that means when I get kills with my demo weapon, and now it takes just over 6 kills to get my full grenade back, which is 190% faster, so just under 3x. And that obviously adds up quite a lot with all the different sources in the game. And then the 100 to 200 will scale the damage of the grenade in PvE and PvP. And once again, with just 100 grenade stat, obviously there's going to be no increase at all. This is going to be the base damage of the grenade. Look at that on Carl. This will hit roughly for 1000 with just a regular fusion. And then with 200 grenade stat, it's going to go up to 65% more damage in PvE. So roughly 0.65% per individual grenade stat. And now that'll take the grenade damage up to, 65% more at 1650-ish. And to get to 200 grenade, you're going to have to run a full set of Grenadier armor archetype, which comes with grenade as the primary, super as the secondary, which is very good for a lot of these builds. And then the third set is going to be random. And for a lot of them, I would recommend mostly weapons, but sometimes melee as the third option. Anyways, now that we know everything about the grenade stat, let's jump into the builds that are incredibly fun and very, very good. So starting off with Titan, I have a build that is just absolutely wild, and it's like every 3 years I remember that this is an exotic, I put it on and I just have like the most fun ever, and that is Ashen Wake. I was really scratching my head for what grenade build I wanted to use on Titan. I think the other two were kind of obvious, and I finally got to Ashen Wake, where now fusion grenades gain increased throw speed, explode on impact, and stun unstoppable champions. Final blows with fusion grenades grant grenade energy. So first off, we get energy back on final blows with the fusion grenade, and this grenade energy return is not random. So normally before this update it was 25% from every red bar, so if you got 4 red bar kills you get your full grenade back. And then from majors it was 50%, so 2 major kills would get your full grenade back, and then for everything above that, mini boss, champion, boss, it'd be a full grenade back upon kill. But this does scale with the grenade stat. So now if we look, we actually only need to kill 3 red bars to get our full grenade back. So as you see, nothing going on, no kickstart, no nothing, 3 red bar kills, full grenade. And if we do the same thing with just 2 red bars, it's pretty close to full grenade. It's like 90%, where just standing in a sunspot will probably get it fully back. Then doing the same thing for a major, like I said before, it used to take 2, but now with just a single major kill, once again, it's like 90% right there. Just pick up anything, have a kickstart, and you're going to get it back. So now it's incredibly easy to chain your fusion with Ashen Wake, and with 200 grenade stat, they're getting a 65% increase to damage, and we combine that with Roaring Flames, our first aspect, to increase the grenade damage even more. I think it's 75-ish% with ×3. These grenades do a lot of damage, enough when you're on light to one-hit a champion, and everything under a champion are just going to be absolutely deleted. Get your full grenade back, and you just feel like you're absolutely cheating with this build, just chucking grenade after grenade after grenade. with 100% uptime and 100% refund that just kill everything. Cause ignitions, they just all die. It's absolutely wild. I feel like I'm cheating. Then our other aspect is going to be Soul Invictus for the sunspots to help with our ability regen. Making sure if we just kill like one thing with our grenade, we'll probably still get it back anyways. And then the sunspots will apply Scorch, more things to cause ignitions. Also will give us Restoration, which is going to be important because we have Empyrean to extend the duration of Restoration Radiant on solar final blows. And we're getting Radiant from the artifact with Fever and Chill from rapid solar precision hits. And then if Restoration times 1 is enough, I also have Resolve, so all of our solar grenade final blows will cure us. I have Searing to create more fire sprites. If you don't get your full grenade back, just picking up a fire sprite will give like 30% of your grenade instantly. Very, very handy. Then I have Ashes to apply more stacks of Scorch. Then, like usual in the artifact, we have Shield Crush to increase our grenade recharge and damage while we're Radiant. And then you have the choice between Radiant Shrapnel or even Elemental Overdrive in the far column. Some other important mods are Elemental Coalescence to create more fire sprites, Refresh Threads to get more energy back on picking up those fire sprites, then as we mentioned, Fever and Chill. And as I mentioned, I like to just run Sunshot for this build. Not necessarily for Unstoppable, because we can just throw a grenade at the Unstoppable champions and practically one-hit them. Then I use the Mint Retrograde or Anti-Barrier, and I mean, it's just a great pulse. And then whatever heavy I want. And then the mods are pretty straightforward, just orb generation stuff, so Solar Siphon, Firepower, Ashes to Assets, really just all the normal stuff. I am running a grenade kickstart. If you did have 200 grenade stat, I would just run fonts instead. Really just depends on your armor setup if you want to run kickstart or font. Anyways, that is the Ashen Wake build. Definitely give it a try. I mean, it's just wild. I just don't even have words to describe what it feels like to just throw nade after nade after nade after nade, get it fully back, and one hit practically everything it hits. Then moving on to the Warlock build, I think you could easily put Starfire in this video, but I've already talked about it a few times, and I probably will at least one more time in a future video. So instead, I think there's an equally as strong grenade build on Warlock, so I'm going to feature that one instead, and that's going to be Handheld Supernova on Void with the Verity's Brow Exotic. This was already a grenade that did a lot of damage, practically deleted everything in the game, champion 30, 40, 50 under, doesn't matter, they were dead. And now with the 65% increase to grenade damage from the grenade stat combined with Verity's Brow, I mean, yeah, things just don't stand a chance, and this grenade is currently bugged, doing 20% less damage than it's supposed to, which will be fixed in a future update, not this week, but hopefully sometime soon. So it's only going to get better. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's just Void Warlock with Feed the Void, Chaos Accelerant to convert your magnetic grenade into the Handheld Supernova. Then I have Expulsion, Instability, Resistance, and Reprisal. And then the one that you want to use is just any void weapon with demo. I like to use Corrective Measure because for this build, your grenade is your damage source. So using an Ag Clear Heavy makes sense. And the one I run is Demo and Killing Tally because I get Volatile from my fragments. And the whole point is just every 2 kills with the Corrective Measure with Devour and Demo chaining plus Verity's Brow times 5. You get your full grenade back in 2 kills, you throw it, kill anything that hits, and the best way to use this grenade if you don't know is jump above them and throw it downwards. If you just throw it straight in front of you, a lot of times a lot of the bolts will miss, but if you jump up and throw it downwards, it almost always hits all of the damage. And now it just does a lot of damage. Throw on all the generic stuff, once again from mods, Orb Creation from Void Siphon, Firepower, Grenade Kickstart, and definitely build it into heavy ammo generation. So I have a void ammo generation on my chest and a heavy ammo finder, and then a void scavenger to make sure I can spam my Corrective Measure just as like my main accurate weapon. Or you could even go the route of Choir 1, and you would give up demo, but it would still be very fast anyways. And then finally on Hunter, of course, we had to go with the Grapple Prismatic build. If you don't know, even though this is a grapple melee build, it's actually a grenade stat build because the grenade stat buffs the grapple melee damage more so than the melee stat. And I already made a video going over this entire build, so I will link that below along with the dim link. So I won't go over it too much, but it revolves around the Gambler's Dodge combination blow loop. And with this, we can now use Ascension instead of Winter Shroud. And once you get combination blow times 3, you can use your grapple melee. And while doing this, you can also go invis with Stylus Executioner to get the increased melee damage coming out of invis. And the way to do this is you just grapple the second you go invis. So you just use your Ascension, and as you use your Ascension, just hit the grapple button. And as you start to grapple, you'll go invis. Or with all the ways this build applies elemental debuffs, just go melee one of them, go kill one of them with your weapons, and as you do that, grapple, and you'll go invis. And it's very easy to do once you kind of get into the flow of things. And this grapple does just an absolute insane amount of damage, easily one-hitting all the champions in the game, most mini bosses, and even destroying bosses with the right setup. Then our fragments are Bravery, Dawn, Become Radiant, Courage, and Balance. And for this, I like to use the Navigator to get Woven Mail going to help proc the melee part of Shield Crush. Then I like to run the Spread Shot Hand Cannon with 1-2 Punch to increase our melee damage by 75%. So for this build to be 100% optimal, you want 200 grenade, 70 melee, and 70 class, and that's going to be pretty hard to get. So instead, shoot for 180 grenade, then 50-ish melee, and then 30 to 50 class. And what you do is you run one grenade font and one melee font to boost those up to 270. And then for class, you want to get up to 70. So if you have 50, just run one. If you have like 30-ish class, you want to run two. Definitely watch my first video if you want a more in-depth breakdown of that and explained a little bit more. And for this build, we have 3 options for the exotic class item, all 3 of which we want in most light for getting our grapple back a lot faster and increasing the damage of all of our abilities. And this is the grenade video, is going to be Verity. Verity with just 1 stack is already higher than Synthoceps because the grenade buffs are still multiplicative while the melees are additive. So that's definitely going to be the way to go. But Synthoceps is still good for your base melee, and Arachne is going to be best for just constant Woven Mail. So you still have a choice between all 3. Whichever one you have is going to be more than enough. So yeah, definitely use this build if you haven't already. It's definitely the best build in the game. Great survivability, great ad clear, great single target damage. The highest boss DPS in the game with the right situation with Navigator. It just can't be topped. Anyways, those were my 3 best grenade builds for Edge of Fate. Looking at the best things to use with a full Grenadier armor set. Definitely give them a try. All the links will be down below. Like usual, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.